Good evening, Griffin Wildcat families. Right now you have with you Roderick Langston, a seventh grade assistant principal, as well as Miss Kathy Seibert, sixth grade administrator, here to present the Griffin Middle School Foundational Assessment. We're here to talk to you about the MI, RI, and Reading Plus initiative here at school. We want to explain what those are and resources to what these assessments will mean for your students. So, first one that we're going to talk about to you today is the math inventory, aka MI assessment, and the reading inventory. You'll also hear this as the RI assessment. So, what exactly is the math inventory? The math inventory is a universal screener and growth monitoring assessment protocol. It measures the math growth on the quantile framework. If you want to access what that framework is, after you go through your platform and provide these supplements to your student, and once they take the assessment, you'll be able to see what it is in regards to how you are in your mastery. So it may show below basic, it may show basic, you'll see proficient and advanced. So it will show you those quantile scores on which students will fall within. I also wanted to relay that this assessment is district-wide. It's mandated for students to take this as a district-wide assessment, and it stems from K through 12. So you have kindergarten students all the way up to the 12th grade students who will be preparing to take this assessment. Now, as you can see from at the bottom of the screen, it gives you a time frame when students are able to take this assessment. So they'll be taking it between August 17th and September 25th. This is the first time the students will take this assessment. They will take it a total of 3 times the entire school year, once in the fall, once in the winter, and once again in the spring. Once those dates are available, you will be notified and made aware of when those assessments are available to you. In preparation for these assessments, we want to make sure that you ensure that students are getting rest. So once you are provided that date from the teacher, make sure the day before, and not even make sure the day before, make sure that entire week your student is ensuring that they take some time to get some rest. We really want them to do well and do their very best on each of these assessments. Also, we want you to encourage students to stay relaxed and be focused throughout the entirety of the assessment. This one, it definitely navigates where your students are, so we want to make sure that we take this as serious as possible. I'm going to give you guys a little opportunity to talk with Miss Kathy Seibert on the RI inventory.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to talk to you just briefly about their reading inventory. Again, just like Mr. Langston said, it's a universal screener that every COB student takes at the beginning, middle, and at the end of their educational cycle. If you take a look right here and you see this reading inventory, it shows you how to log in to the computer. And this is for the reading inventory, but also for the math inventory. So if you're like, how do I log in to that? How do I even access this? This gives you the access to go ahead and log in. And then your username and the passcode, students, that is your student ID number. So if for whatever reason that you have a problem in the RI or in the MI, please feel free to reach out to us. If you can't get in, if you try to access the database and it doesn't work, this right here is where it will take you to. So students will log in using their username and their lunch code for both of those. And then one other thing that's important, when it comes up, it's called the SAM, the Student Achievement, and then it'll give you an RI icon and it'll give you an MI icon. You need to do both assessments. So they're both the same time window. They're both the same dates. And Mr. Langston did a great job of covering some of those strategies. So they definitely apply to both of the instruments right there. And then I'm going to go over the Reading Plus Insight, because this is pretty exciting too. Because here at Griffin Middle School, we have a school-wide reading program. So they don't just take an assessment. They take an assessment and places them based on their individual learning strengths and their weaknesses. And it is absolutely something that's going to help them be a very successful reader. So we have adopted a school-wide program called Reading Plus. Reading Plus is going to help your student become I guarantee it, it's going to help your student become a better reader if they use it with fidelity. Again, just like anything else, if we do anything and we do it with a consistent rhythm, we have improvements. Same thing with this. So what you're going to first start is when you log in to this Reading Plus platform right here, you can log it from anywhere, any device, anything. You will be prompted to take your insight assessment. And really all that is gauges where you are on the reading. So you're going to get materials based on how you assess. So if you don't take it seriously, then your assessments are going to lead to making you have a lot of work to do, as far as like if you're reading, like let's say you're reading at a sixth grade level for my sixth graders, but you don't take the assessment very seriously and you're like, bah, I'm just clicking through it. Well, then what could happen is that it might place you at a third grade reading level when you're really a sixth grade reading level, and then you're going to be pacing all the way through. Super important for you to do your best. Again, username and password is important for that. And then also, you just need to make sure that as your Griffin scholars are going through that, again, taking it seriously and do that. So why do we do 2 reading assessments? Like, that's crazy right out of the gambit. Why are we doing that? Well, the reading inventory, as you know, is all Cobb students take that. Reading Plus is actually an intervention for advanced to students that struggle with reading. So even if you're an AC scholar and you're like, man, I'm reading on a 12th grade level, I don't need no reading program. Well, let me tell you what, the Reading Plus program is for advanced students as well, because it's going to track your vocabulary. And even in our AC classes, we had a 2.5 grade level growth in our AC classes. I'm telling you, it is for everybody. And we want you to do that too. It'll help you be able to read faster, recognize words, and comprehend them. And our Griffin goal is that every Griffin scholar will complete 100 C readers. Our goal is to get you to do 4 a week. And that's going to make sure that you are reading and you're on target. It's really not that long. Because remember, guys, you can do this on a Sunday, on a Saturday, on a Wednesday. We want you to take this seriously. And you know what? I have my own account and I do it as if I was a student. I'm in Mrs. Mann's class and it is fun and it's hard and it's great. So I encourage you to please, please, please log in and do your 4 C readers after you take the insight assessment. I'm going to turn back over to Mr. Langston.
So guys, as Ms. Seibert pointed out, please do your very best on each of these assignments. And we know that we have that goal of having 100 C readers, and we know that we can do it with you. And we're going to prove why we're the best middle school here in Cobb County. Now, our contact information, if you needed to reach out to us by any means necessary, is Kathy Seibert at cobbk12.org, as well as me, Mr. Langston, at cobbk12.org. What I want you guys to do is prepare yourselves for the best year yet. You will be provided additional information. It's a 1-pager that you guys will also have some instructions on to help guide you through this process, because we want to make sure that you guys do the very best and show why you are our best students. So till then, see you guys soon. And I cannot wait to have a successful school year with you guys.
Hey, you know what we need to do, Mr. Langston? We need to close with the be
here, be ready, and be respectful here at
Griffin. And you will be great at Griffin. Bye, guys.